Okay, let's talk about the fall of America. This is not going to be one of those videos that's all about fear mongering and whatever. Um, First off, I've done a video on who is Babylon, and that covers a lot of the details. If you want the details, see that video. Um, I'll just say this in a nutshell to sum up that video. America is not Babylon. Okay, so don't think that this video is going to be about the fall of Babylon. Um, Daniel was very clear. There are only four kingdoms. It's Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, and Rome. Four kingdoms. The four images is actually five images, but iron is mentioned twice. And iron represents Rome. Rome was once just a state. That's why it's iron. But now Rome is both church and state. So it's iron and clay. And that represents also the harlot on a beast in Revelation. So the last kingdom is Rome. Saying that America is Babylon is inserting a fifth kingdom. There is no earthly fifth kingdom. Okay, so America is not Babylon. This video is not about that. This video is going to be very short. It's just to let you know America is not in end time prophecies. I've known this for decades. I don't know exactly why I'm doing a video about it. It just came to my head. I figured, let me make something really quick just to let you guys know who are not prophecy buffs. I've been a prophecy buff since 1991. And I'm telling you, I see some people online who are trying to insert America into prophecy. America is not in end time prophecy. What does that mean? It means something has to happen to United States for United States to fall, for power to leave the West and go back to the East, back to Europe. What's going to happen? I don't know. I don't profess to know. It could be anything. It could be the crash of the economy. Have you ever wondered why they call this a financial bubble? Like, have you ever just considered why they use the word bubble? Well, you think about it. When you compare a bubble and a balloon, for bubbles, it bursts suddenly. It's like there's no warning. When it bursts, it just bursts. When an economy collapses, it can collapse just like that. Your dollar value could be worth to nothing, just like that. Your banks could close. You can't withdraw money. All the money you saved up could be good for nothing, just like that. So that's why they call it a financial bubble, as opposed to calling it a financial balloon. Balloons, obviously, they slowly deflate over time. You have time to act. But a bubble, just like that. So it could be the crash of the economy. And we all know that this is fake money. It's just paper. Paper has no value. If we're in war or whatever, and your money has no value, you're going to be like some countries where it's like 500,000 of their dollars is worth 1 USD. It's paper. What can you use with paper? Better off trading your jewelry and, your silver utensils. At least that has value. But paper has no value in times of war and desperation. So, could be the economy. It could also be Yellowstone Park. If Yellowstone Park erupts, half the country is gone. I don't know if you all ever thought about that, but I've seen the reports where the tarmac is melting, some parts are sinking and then bubbling back up. I don't know what that means. But knowing the media of the United States, I know it tells a lot of lies. And it hides a lot of things from citizens. There's a whole lot of brainwashed education in America. I don't know. Maybe they don't report things that they think will cause mass panic or cause people to leave, which is kind of stupid because you're not giving people a choice. But anyway, that could be it. It could be war. I mean, America prides itself on being the strongest military, but I don't think America stands a chance against the united force of China and Russia. I don't think it stands a chance. And there are too many countries out there that don't like Americans because you're always trying to play the world police. I should say you're politicians. Like Trump. Didn't Trump just say that drugs are, the responsibility or the fault of the Mexicans? That's why he's trying to build a wall. He's looking to his feet. In other words, he's looking south. And when the real problem comes from north, comes from the Canadian border. And if you look at the FBI reports, actually, it's white Americans who are the problem when it comes to drugs. You look at the FBI reports of the arrest and breaking laws. It's white people. They're like 40%, where Mexicans are literally something like 3%. So I don't know why Trump even says that it's Mexico's fault. South Americans are like 3% when it comes to arrest and things concerning drugs. But white males, it's got to be at least 40. I can't remember the number. It could be civil unrest. It could be just something happens and people are just... I mean, America is already full of people who have strange beliefs and crazy stuff. People who are paranoid. People who are medicated. In fact, this is important. You all need to look at the WebMD, like Web Medical Doctor, WEBMD.com, and look at the Harvard, meaning Harvard University. Look at their reports about the drugs that's in your drinking water, your public drinking water. Now, I can understand pollution and whatever getting in the water, but how do drugs get there? I'm talking like medical drugs in your water. And we wonder why there's so many people in this country who are crazy. Fluoride. This is why when America does things, you all can talk to each other about it, even complain, but you don't do anything. That's because you're made passive. Stuff like this happens, and government is literally going into your privacy, and you're doing nothing about it. But when something like this happens in other countries, they're protesting, they're doing rocks, they're doing Mortal cocktails, firebombs basically. They're fighting back, but you're just sitting there taking it. These drugs and stuff are turning you guys crazy and you don't even know it. But anyway, it could be civil unrest. If the country is so busy with civil unrest, it's not going to have enough time. It's not going to have any desire to look at, mess of other countries. Because Israel is going to be being decimated during the tribulation period. Where's America? America's not there to help. Either America joins with the Antichrist against Israel, or it's going to have too many problems itself to even worry about Israel, its ally. It's one of those things. But all I know, as far as power is concerned, America is not in end time prophecy. So what am I getting at? What I'm getting at is something has to happen to this country for power to leave America. We see China in end time prophecy, kings of the East. When you see East, think of Asia, Japan, Korea, China, places like that. Kings of the East. We see Russia, Gog, Magog. So we see China and Russia, but we don't see America in end time prophecy. So anyway, that's not Babylon. Check the other video if you want to know who and what Babylon is.